Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
They held the homeowners at gunpoint, to my understanding, and demanded money. When they received that money, they left.
Police are searching for two men who broke into a Grand Forks home, held a man and woman at gunpoint, and robbed them. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Stephanie is off. The suspects are described as possibly a black male with a stocky, muscular build. The other suspect is possibly Hispanic, taller than the black male with a thin build. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson was on the scene today and shows us what happened.
It happened here in the Columbia Heights Trailer Park just behind Red River High School at 4:30 Thursday afternoon. Police say one person posing as a business person searching for a customer knocked on the door, and two other men rushed in when the young couple living here opened the door.
They held the homeowners at gunpoint, to my understanding, and demanded money. When they received that money, they left.
This happened pretty quickly?
I believe so, yes.
Neighbors say the young couple who was robbed had lived here for about a year, and people were coming and going from their home at all hours of the day.
Yes, we do have persons of interest. We have pretty solid leads that we're following up on, and it's a very active investigation.
And folks who live here say this isn't the first time they've had incidents involving police here at Columbia Heights Trailer Court. One man I spoke with said he's seen police here lots of times.
There was a SWAT team back there about 2 years ago, and then someone drug overdosed down the road down there.
Think there's a lot of drugs in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
I can't be certain on drugs. I know there's a lot of activity, police activity in the park.
Okay.
So
Does it worry you a little bit living here?
now it does a lot.
Okay.
My husband and me have actually thought about moving.
And while this latest robbery case appears to be a dispute between people who know each other, it has left neighbors a bit unnerved. Police say when more incidents of crime occur in a specific area, they step up patrols to that area. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Police say the suspects may have fled the scene of that robbery in a maroon-colored van. If you have any information about this case, you're asked to call police. We have new information on this week's deadly shooting at the Grand Forks Walmart. Police say the gun used by Marcel Willis was his own personal weapon, not a military-issued one. Grand Forks police say Willis used a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm semi-automatic handgun in that shooting spree. According to investigators, Willis legally purchased the firearm, but they did not release when he bought the gun or who he bought it from. Police also say the shooting was caught on the store's surveillance video. The footage shows Willis entering the store just after 1 Tuesday morning. He shot and killed Gregory Weiland and shot and injured Lisa Braun before taking his own life. Police expect toxicology results within the next couple of weeks to see if Willis was under the influence of alcohol or drugs at the time. Just when we were getting used to warmer conditions, the temperature decided to drop about 30 degrees. Let's head over to meteorologist Robert Hahn to see how the rest of the night will turn out. Robert?
Yeah, today's high just a little bit after midnight, 63 degrees. We bottomed out around 46 this morning and only managed to warm up into the mid-50s after getting into the mid-80s just yesterday. It's been a rainy month. We've got over 7 inches of rain here in the rain bucket in Fargo, 9.31 for the year. So before this very rainy month, it was very dry. We only had 2¼ inches of rain total for the year up until this month. As we head through the day today, yeah, it's been a cool one. It's still cool out there with temperatures a mix of some 40s and some 50s. Clouds, they hung tough for most of the day, but they're starting to get on out of here. And the rain that we had very late last night and throughout much of the evening yesterday and early this morning, that continues to slide slowly off towards the east. With clearing skies tonight and winds beginning to calm down, yeah, we got to talk about a frost advisory. That encompasses much of the area, northern and western portions of the region. Going to see some frost in those areas. Could see some patchy frost even outside of those areas. Here in Fargo, as we head through the rest of the evening, temperatures slowly dropping on off and winds slowly dropping on off. It looks like we'll be back down into the 40s as we head through the 9 o'clock hour into the 30s overnight tonight. And we've got some warmer weather on that 7-day forecast, and we'll show that to you coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we're not complaining, right, Robert?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you. A Grand Forks man has been charged with attempted murder, terrorizing, and reckless endangerment after a gun was fired in an apartment Thursday night. Police responded to this apartment at 11:30 last night after getting a report of gunfire. When they arrived on the scene, they found Mohammed Awis Mohammed being detained by a man. The two men had apparently just gotten into a fight. According to Grand Forks police, they don't know what caused the fight between the two men. A man has landed himself in jail after leading police on a short chase this morning through a Fargo neighborhood. Joseph Schmidt is in the Cass County Jail on charges of resisting arrest and theft of property, as well as 3 outstanding warrants. Police were called to the Oak Grove neighborhood around 5 by a woman who said she found Schmidt in her home going through her belongings. When the woman saw him, Schmidt took off. When officers arrived, they used canines to track and locate him. It's Friday and time to get a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Amber Ray Jones is wanted for possession of drug paraphernalia. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Jones. Friends are gathering tomorrow to celebrate the life of a man who died after being beaten outside a Fargo bar. Memorial services for Joey Garsland will be held tomorrow at 2:30 at the Northern Town Hall in Bemidji. Garsland died from traumatic brain injuries. Family members are encouraging people who attend the funeral to wear Vikings attire. 4 men have been charged with murder in Garsland's death. Here is an important reminder for drivers as more road construction pops up in the area. We need to share the road, not only with other drivers, but construction workers as well. Today, the North Dakota Department of Transportation stressed the importance of safe driving, especially with upcoming construction projects. The DOT says the state plans to spend about $807 million on construction this year, and they're asking drivers to slow down because the minimum fine for speeding is $80.
It's very important that as you travel through those work zones, please slow down. Respect the signs that are in place, follow those signs, follow the traffic control, protect yourself and protect those people who are working in those work zones.
According to the North Dakota DOT, there have been 2 motorist deaths each year for the past 3 years in construction zones. A partnership between universities is getting bigger, and that means more opportunities for students. The Board of Directors of Tri-College University has voted to add 2 additional campuses. The original partnership included Concordia College, Minnesota State University Moorhead, and North Dakota State University. The new additions are Minnesota State Community and Technical College and the North Dakota State College of Science. The agreement includes a course exchange program, which allows undergraduate students to take courses outside of their home campus at any of the partner campuses without paying any additional fees or tuition. Local law enforcement are showing their support for the community by taking part in a Special Olympics torch run. The run starts at 5:30 at the Saints Anne and Joachim Church and will end at Davies High School. Members from the Fargo and West Fargo Police Departments, along with the Cass County Sheriff's Office, NDSU Police, and North Dakota Highway Patrol will take part. And tomorrow, law enforcement will attend the opening ceremonies at the Special Olympics. That begins at 9 in the morning at the Davies High School football field. From furniture to paintings to fried food, the street fair at the lakes has it all tonight and tomorrow. All artists with booths were juried when selected for the street fair in Detroit Lakes, which goes until 7 tonight. It runs Saturday from 10 in the morning until 5 at night. This is the 15th anniversary of the event.
We've got more than 125 vendors between artists, food vendors, entertainment, kids crafts, something for everyone down at the GL Street Fair.
Now, despite the cold today, the Valley News Live team handed out cookies and even took a ride on the barrel train. The 15th annual Breakfast on the Farm is a go for tomorrow morning. It's at Kaysen Farms, just south of Hawley. The kickoff starts at 7 in the morning with breakfast served by the Hawley Lions Club.
The kids can have participate in the kids pedal tractor pull starting at 9 o'clock. There's also going to be some bounce houses on the grounds, a little farmer, plus the Butler Machinery is going to have their bounce house combine. Corso, the NDSU Bison, is going to visit us about 9 o'clock, and every kid that passes through will get a free Chihinkapazoo ticket. We also have a leader dog coming in from the Lions International, and they'll show you what is done to train these dogs for seeing, hearing, and
Breakfast on the Farm is 3¼ miles south of Hawley on Clay County 31. That's the stoplight on the west side of Hawley. The event started as a way to kick off June Dairy Month, but now it's the kickoff to the Hawley Rodeo Fest. Still ahead tonight.